So now we're moving on to the next panel, which is building on upon what the insight from this panel. There's the upskilling and reskilling revolution in Africa, the impact of innovation hubs. Of course, the angel investors and investors just talked about innovation hubs and the startups and all of that. Startups are made at innovation hubs. They grow out of innovation hubs. So this next session is really very good. That's your opportunity to know all about innovation hubs, how to benefit from innovation hubs, which innovation hubs are even near you, so you know how to combat some of the challenges you already have, what services they provide, and how you can benefit from it, or someone you know can benefit from it. So for this session, we have Oscar Nchaso Bikari, the founder of Dreams Incubator, Equatorial Guinea. We have Dr. Nelly Kama, Programs Manager, Impact Hub, Sudan. We have Mortaz Helmi, Executive Director, Rolo Africa from Egypt. We have Omar Amrani, the Head of Innovation and Development at La Startup Factory, Morocco. And to moderate this panel, we have Ms. Zainabou Jallo. She's a consultant, Technopolis Group from Germany. So I'm going to introduce the moderator and she will in turn introduce the panelists. So Zainabou Jallo is a Gambian American consultant at Technopolis Group, Germany. He specializes in African development with strong project management, stakeholder engagement, advocacy, research, and policy analysis skills. Her expertise are in the areas of social innovation, gender, job creation, and entrepreneurship. At Technopolis, Zainabou is the community manager for the incubators and accelerators and tech hubs in the respective Europe, India, Africa, Europe innovation partnerships. She also works on digital innovation, entrepreneurship, and job creation in Africa projects. She had previously worked at the African Development Bank Group in Abidjan, Côte d'Ivoire, on the ADB's Affirmative Finance Action for Women in Africa initiative, which focuses on bridging the finance gap and technical assistance for women-owned businesses in Africa. So Zainabou holds a master's degree in development studies from the School of Oriental and African Studies, University of London, UK. She completed her bachelor's degree in economics and international affairs from the University of Georgia, USA. During her bachelor's, she spent 1 year at Sciences Po University in Paris, where she took courses such as political economy of contemporary Africa, history of education in Africa, and African spaces, sub-Saharan African capacity. So you can agree with me that she's really deeply interested in Africa's development as a young African traveling all over the world. So Ms. Zainabou, please, you have our attention right now.
Thank you very much, Ingwe, for that warm introduction. It's kind of interesting to hear my bio being read out, so that's very nice of you. I'd like to welcome everyone and say good afternoon. I'm very happy to be moderating the panel on Upskilling and Reskilling Revolution in Africa, the impact of innovation hubs. For this panel, we have 4 amazing key players working in innovation hubs in Africa. And I'm very excited to be able to introduce all of them to you and give them, of course, the virtual floor. First, I'll start with Mr. Omar Amrani. As Chinwe said, he's the head of innovation and development at La Startup Factory in Morocco. So Omar is a Moroccan entrepreneur with a passion for innovation, science, new technologies, and high impact education. He created his first company at the age of 22 while he lived in Quebec, Canada. In 2003, he returned to Morocco and successfully set up the first fun food franchise concept in Morocco. In 2015, in partnership with La Nouvelle Tribune, the first Moroccan blog that popularizes the general public and national and international scientific and technology innovations. In 2016, he co-founded Hack and Pitch, which is an association whose mission is to promote entrepreneurship and innovation among young people. In 2017, he then set up the concept of open innovation, a program aimed at large companies and institutions that want to innovate in an open and collaborative way with the startups and young talents of tomorrow. And then in 2018, he became the head of innovation and development of Large Startup Factory, which is a tech hub in Morocco. And they basically implement and design innovation programs that support startups in Morocco and Africa. And basically, today, thanks to his experience and expertise over the years, Omar trains and supports several hundred founders of startups, managers, and senior executives of large companies, provides support for several thousand employees of large national and international public and private companies around promoting the culture of innovation. So yeah, Omar, welcome to the virtual floor. Next, we have Mr. Oscar Nochoso. He is the founder of Dreams Incubator in Equatorial Guinea. Oscar holds an MBA and double degree in economics and trade, minoring in English. He was actually selected among the 50 digital champions of Africa 2020. He is the founder and the managing director of Dreams Hub in Equatorial Guinea. He is also a business consultant and motivational speaker on topics around effective and results management, assertiveness for decision making, how to actively listen to your environment in order to achieve success, as well as tools for development of professional leadership and effective communication for teamwork. He also directed Equatorial Guinea's first business guidebook in 2023, and he has also worked as a consultant for the UNDP. And then next we have Dr. Nelly Karma. She is the program manager at Impact Hub in Sudan. Dr. Nelly has an MBA in international management and PhD in business administration. She is a business expert with over 17 years of experience in the business field and has spent over 7 years teaching and training in the field of business and administration. She's also well-versed and experienced in supply chain management, human resource management, strategic planning, leadership management, development, strategic management, and conflict resolution techniques as well. And then finally, we have Mr. Moitaz Helmi, who is the executive director of Rollo Africa in Egypt. Moitaz is an Egyptian serial entrepreneur. He's currently the executive director at Rollo 21 Africa, which is a business simulation platform that supports African businesses and local governments to test policy reform in a risk-free environment. This project was actually established in collaboration with the African Union and the UNDP. In 2019, he was elected the Secretary of Board of Directors at AfriLabs Foundation. So AfriLabs is a network of African incubators, accelerators, and tech hubs. So he has a lot of experience in that area. And then since 2011, Motaz has co-founded and helped and managed many local businesses and initiatives. He also founded the Enactus team at the French University in Egypt. And within 3 years as president, he led his team to success and winning the Enactus National Cup 3 times in a row, which basically is like a great accomplishment for them. And Motaz has a bachelor's degree at the French University in Egypt in 2021, as well as a master's degree from Mulhouse University, both in mechanical and production engineering. In 2013, he graduated from Nantes University in France with an MBA. And in addition, Motaz won the most elite French scholarship, EIFEL, which is funded by the French government. So those are going to be our 4 amazing speakers for this panel. And we do have a few questions to go through with these panelists so they can share their experience of working in their innovation hubs and what these innovation hubs have to offer to young aspiring African tech entrepreneurs. But first off, I think this topic is very important, especially when it comes to upskilling and reskilling youth in Africa, and especially promoting job creation, because basically, according to the World Bank, the African population is projected to reach over 2 billion by 2050. And this is like a reality that we all have to really face and address, because the facts are that on our continent, in multiple countries, we're facing high unemployment and underemployment, which specifically is impacting African youth the most, with Africa's youth unemployment rate being categorized as the lowest in the world. However, there's still hope, as today we're seeing a rise in digital innovation and startups growing across Africa, run by aspiring African youth entrepreneurs that are trying to create a livelihood for themselves, as well as create jobs in their community. And what does this mean? This means that the African digital economy truly has an impact to really, really make a difference on our continent. So if this digital innovation in Africa's digital economy is properly nurtured and accelerated, we could really see groundbreaking transformation and Africa's achievement of like the fourth industrial revolution. And then the question comes, why innovation hubs? The facts are, if there are more concentrated efforts that can really support these aspiring young African entrepreneurs to really develop digital skills and be able to really launch their business idea and concept. This could really promote job creation and change in the community. So as a result, today we're seeing over 1,000 innovation hubs across Africa that are providing various services and opportunities for youth to upskill and reskill. Unfortunately, the reality is that a lot of youth are just not aware of all these opportunities that are available to them to really support them. And the facts are most of these hubs are providing infrastructure, support services, digital skills development that can really promote these startups to really venture and develop their business concepts and ideas. So that's basically it that I have for now. But of course, I will then now give the floor to our speakers. So first, I would like to ask Omar, if you could please just briefly let us know, tell us about your hub. Is it an accelerator, an incubator, co-working space, or a combination? And what types of programs and services do you offer and to who? Omar, the floor is yours. Okay, Omar, are you there? If not, Oscar, you can go ahead and answer that question and we'll wait to see if Omar comes online.
Hi everyone, thank you very much for having me in this panel, this great panel. Well, it's a pity that this conference can be the physical space, right? Because of the situation, the pandemic. But it's also a challenge because, as we say, it's all innovation. Well, Dreams Hub in Equatorial Guinea is a combination of everything. It's a co-working space. It is an that promotes research, development, innovation. We stimulate technological platforms here that for the young generation of products that will meet the demand of companies. You see, we promote entrepreneurship from the very early stages of educational training. We also promote here the skilled employment. So at the creation, we want to create awareness. In general, we are committed to this mass digital education. We promote the cultural values, integrity values, teamwork, co-working, innovation, motivation, passion, discipline. So you could see that it's the whole system that we have here of this this hub, accelerator, incubator, co-working space, everything in one.
Okay, while Omar moves, Moitaz, could you please kind of elaborate a bit on, what types of support you offer startups and young entrepreneurs in Egypt?
Hello, thanks, Steinbo, for introducing me, and thanks for and wonderful talent and youth. So my name is Mu'taz. I'm a board chair of 200 innovation hubs all over the continent. And I have two hats. I'm in the board of AfriLabs and I am executive director for Rolo. So in AfriLabs, which is a network of co-working spaces, accelerators, and innovations hub, we are funded by the French Development Agency, AFD, we have a budget of 3.5 million euros. We support innovation hubs all over the continent with the grants, and also we have a program called Catalyst, which is a match fund up to 6,000 euros. So basically what we do, we are matching fund for any investment that happened through a startup that exists within AfriLabs network from ABAN, which is African Business Engine Network in Africa. So we are doubling any angel investment operations that happen within this network. This is through AfriLabs, and through my other hat, which is Rolo. It's a business simulation that help SMEs in Africa and small businesses, micro businesses, to test their business decisions and strategy in a risk-free environment. So it's basically a platform or a software where we support, we train, we are doing capacity building for SMEs and business owners to take business decisions in different market outlook, in different market instability conditions like pandemic or different financial ease, and we monitor their performance through this simulator. And after monitoring this performance, we give insights and GP as well. So we support entrepreneurs in the formal and informal sectors through either finance, either mentorship, or doing this Rolo methodology, which is a new methodology that we are introducing in the African continent after the pandemic, COVID-19. Thank you, Sandy.
Yeah, that's very great, Mu'taz. And I was wondering, because you did say that you really focused with Rolo, you focus on, I guess, supporting African SMEs and startups as a whole. Is there a cost associated with this? Do you only focus on Egypt, or are you also welcoming applications or those who are interested?
So basically, we are piloting the project now. We are doing it in 5 countries. So we are doing it in Egypt, in Sudan, in Cameroon, Zimbabwe, and Senegal. So we choose a country in each region where we are testing this new business simulation. And this is a very new methodology. So we didn't really want to go very fast, like expanding in all the African countries, but just we selected 5 countries to test this new methodology. So the idea was really, we wanted to create this kind of issue we faced, and we are monitoring with a lot of accelerators and incubators that we are trying to copy and paste Western like incubators and accelerators programs to the African continent. And this is, in a lot of times, doesn't really work very good. And this is probably coming from the fact that most of the innovation in Africa happens in the informal sector and happens in the a lot of small enterprises as well that are not methodology. It's a 3-day simulation. So we can, in 3-day simulation, we ask SMEs to take decisions in different financial and the market outlooks, and we monitor their business strategies and their decision-making process. And when we monitor it, we can have an idea and a mapping for their performance, for their scoring card, for their how they do pricing, how do we do like marketing, how they do strategy, and in a very short time. So we don't really need to be engaged with a small interpreter, but we shortened this program to 3 days, so we'll be able to really focus with the quota of SMEs and help them take also business decision and see the results competing with other SMEs in same market outlook, how they will perform in these conditions.
Okay, great. Thank you very much, Mu'taz. I think at some point there was really bad sound quality. So I feel like maybe the best thing to do is we might have to turn off our videos at some point because some of the audience couldn't hear you so well. I'll move on to Dr. Nelly. Could you please just share a bit about Impact Hub in Sudan? Like, what types of programs do you offer? And what's the criteria for young people who want to join your hub or participate in the programs you're?
So you hear me now?
Yes, we can hear you now. Great.
I'm so happy that I'm here today. Thank you so much for inviting me as Nelly and for inviting Impact Hub Khartoum to be a part of this great event. As you did already introduce me, so now it's time to introduce Impact Hub Khartoum. Impact Hub Khartoum is a part of a global training network all over the world. We're having over 100 hubs all over the world in more than 15 countries, including Africa. So Impact Hub Khartoum is one of these hubs in Africa. Impact Hub Khartoum generally is an inclusive platform that acts as a convener of different stakeholders within the entrepreneurial ecosystem. It functions as an information through large and diverse networks, programs, and events. Our diagram is generally can be described in three main areas that are just going in a circle. We give vibrant community by providing meaningful content, by inspiring the space that also leads to another circle by vibrant community, meaningful content, and inspiring space. We have four main work infrastructure that Impact Hub Khartoum depends on. We have inspiring collaborative working space, essential business services for all different services for startups. We provide them with space. We provide them with services inside this space, including meeting rooms, consultancy, networking by our network in Impact Hub. Another pillar, we have entrepreneur support by giving skill training, incubation, and acceleration programs, network opportunities, and events that contribute in these areas. The third pillar can be collaborative community. We have diverse community of entrepreneurs and practitioners that are connected to investors and organizations, just to give a connection here that can provide benefit to the startups that are a part of Impact Hub. And the fourth pillar can be the enable impact system. Impact Hub Khartoum is a neutral platform where key actors from various sectors collaborate on common issues and challenges. We have another part that we work on is the advisory services. We work on formulating strategies. We work with the public and private sectors. We make researches, including working for African Development Bank, embassies, and recently we have contributed in the Wiki Gap. It was a project that highlighted a gap for mentioning women in Sudan in the Wikipedia. So we made for them these researches to fill in this gap. So now it could be uploaded recently. And also we work on consulting. We give consultancy studies to all UN agencies, embassies, and even for the public sector in Sudan. We have so many projects that have been graduated from Impact Hub. We give them at the first place the space to work in. Sorry, there is a noise. Some work infrastructure around. Okay, they start with us. Just a minute.
Sorry about that, everyone. I think we're having a bit of sound issues. Virtual event challenges, definitely. Okay. Okay, sounds better, Dr. Nelly.
So we help the startups to start with us in Impact Hub. As I told you before, we provide the space and all the services related to their business. When they become a mature business, they can bear all the expenses for the business. They get graduated from Impact Hub to go to their own spaces. And recently we had about 3 projects that we were celebrating with them at their graduation from Impact Hub. So in brief, what we give the startups is just we give them, as we say, the startup point. We start with them, we give the space, we give advisory, we give training sessions, we give master classes, just for them to formulate their business. When they are ready to do this by their own, so they go and do it alone. That's all about Impact Hub Khartoum.
Great.
Thanks for listening.
Thank you very much, Dr. Nelly. That's great. I think the services that you're offering at Impact Hub, but are these services, is it free, paid? How does that work? Especially if there are young people on this, listening to this conversation who, have business ideas, but are also thinking, okay, is it paid? Is it free?
Okay, mainly we work by funds. We take funds from different areas like UN, embassies, whoever have funds for our activities we do. But for the spaces, for the startups, we give them this by encouraging fees. This would be very least compared if they did this by their own outside of Impact Hub, just to run the business. but it's very encouraging piece. I encourage everybody who wants this to come and join us.
And then do you help these young entrepreneurs then like apply for funding opportunities and so forth? Because I would say that's
exactly. Yeah, we do this. We give them funds. We provide for them funds. We provide for them help by advisors and specialists.
Great. Thank you very much, Dr. Nelly. And then I'll move on to Omar Amrani. Are you back? I hope you're back online. I just wanted you to like maybe just kind of briefly just talk a bit about the what Last Startup Factory offers, if it's an incubation acceleration program, as well as how if it's paid or free, and the services you offer.
Okay, thank you. Thank you for the invitation. To talk briefly about Last Startup Factory. Last Startup Factory is a private company that supports innovation and entrepreneurship, and we have found a business model to do that. So we don't depend on any financial. So it's we offer all the services for the startups based on open innovation we propose to the big corporates. So we gain benefit from supporting the open innovation approach, and we give it by supporting to the startup by supporting them on all of the fields so they can scale their business, develop and scale their business. So it of course we can only support a business startup that already have MVP. We are not supporting idea. There are other structures that do that. So we support them by giving them access, of course, to our physical space, but also the coaching from experts, by also trying to connect them to customers by creating a lot of events and workshop with representative of big corporates. And right now we are also able to offer funding, grants and loan for these startups, because we have benefit from the support of our government, who have developed a fund called Invest, and we can offer this kind of financial support also for the startups. And this is we have approximately right now supported more than 200 startups, and we purchase order. And you hear me?
We can hear you. It's fine again.
Okay, I thought there was a sound problem. Yeah, so we helped approximately 200 startups get their first customers, get financial to scale. And right now we are organizing a TV show with a national TV here in Morocco to present the business angel approach of financing the development of startups. So it's it's like Shark Tanks. I don't know if you know Shark Tanks or some famous show TV that the startup pitch in front of business angel. They offer I'm in, I'm out. It's a great show. It's the first of its kind here in Morocco to really help all talents, or those who are willing to do entrepreneurship. They will better understand all the ecosystem support that is available in our country. So it's really a great program to spread the innovation and entrepreneurship culture.
Definitely sounds great. So you would say you're more like an accelerator, because not an incubator. So you don't help young people develop a business idea. They should already have an business
Yeah.
concept that's already been going for a bit, and you just help them scale and accelerate
Exactly.
and so forth. Okay, great. Thank you very much for that. Yeah, so thank you. And Moitaz, so in regards to your role at Afri Labs, because Afri Labs is like this, Pan-African network of all these incubators and accelerators and so forth. Is there typically, so if an aspiring young entrepreneur wants support from in any of these incubators and accelerators, do you know if it's typically paid or if it's free, or does it, of course, depend by country, you would say?
Thank you, Sinu. I think it's very relative and subjective to the local hub. So basically, we are a network. We support the network itself, but at the end of the day, we are creating this Afri Labs Passport, which is like basically a platform where any entrepreneurs from any country, from any Afri Labs network, really go and expand his business to another country with more benefits through this Afri Labs network. So each hub at the end of the day decide his own like fees, if it's for free, and some work like accelerators, some work like incubators, some work like normal co-working spaces with a fee to rent or a membership model. So it's really very subjective and very different based on the country, the region, the hub itself. And I mean, the only way to know it is just to go through either Afri Labs, just www.afrilabs.com, or you go and find any of the hubs that located next to you and just call them or email email Afri Labs, and you will know exactly which hub is near you. And at the same time, you can belong to any Afri Labs network, and you will find a lot of benefits inside this network. Like, as I said, the Catalyst program, which is like a French fund by the French government. So it's much fun for any angel investment happening within this network. So it's fine, and the idea is to support and structure investment that happens within the African continent, and to support with a grant for each angel investment. It's a 1-to-1 scale. It means if any angel investor invests like $20,000, the startups can access 20,000 as a grant from this match fund. If you go above this number up to $50,000, the match fund will double it. So you can have up to $100,000. But anyway, it will be launched soon. I think it's very important to structure this innovation system all over Africa. It's very important to understand and to map angel investment that happens within the African continent, and at the same time, it's profitable for the co-working space as well, because there is like a 10% from the transaction fees goes to the incubator or the co-working space. So it's profitable for any part of the ecosystem, the investor, the co-working space, and the startup or the SME as well. So the model is new for Afri Labs, and we have around 1.5 million euros for the next 2 years to support this kind of angel investment.
Okay, super.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, Moitaz. So basically, if there are any entrepreneurs here that are looking for angel investors, they should just go on the Afri Labs website, maybe click on their country and see which tech hub or incubator accelerator is part of the Afri Labs network, and then reach out to the tech hub incubator, and then potentially see how they can access these opportunities. Correct?
But for sure, we give grants to 250,000 euros to 15 hubs from the Afri Labs network. So basically, those hubs are required to do like a mentorship and support program for entrepreneurs. So please check the website. You will find the nearest program next to you. It's developed by a local hub, which is will be very fitting to your need. So you have this kind of support. You will find it within the network as well.
Great, thank you very much. That's very good. So I hope, yeah, the audience who are interested will just go to the AfriLabs website and find the 15 countries that have received, the 15 hubs that have received this funding, and then see how they can access that. Okay, then Oscar, so how about a Dreams Incubator? Are the services that you provide there, is it free, paid? And can you give an example of specific programs that you offer to upskill youth to really promote digital economy in Equatorial Guinea? We didn't hear anything. Oscar, do you think you
definitely
can turn up your camera? Do you think you can turn up your camera? Sorry, but we can't hear you. Maybe the sound would be better if your camera is off. Sorry about that. Okay, can you say something and we'll see?
Is it better now?
Yes, it is. Sorry about that.
Wonderful, wonderful. So I was saying that I'm very aligned with what Mortaz was saying right a minute ago. We ourselves, Dreams Hub, is recently been added to AfriLabs too, recently in January or February, I think so. So we are basically new into and a pioneer in our country. So we are still at this embryonic stage, I would say so, and we try to create this awareness. And as I was saying before, our programs are mostly free. At the moment, we have two main programs. We have a program called Crystal Eggs, which are it consists of children from 6 to 13 years old, and we offer them ICT skills for free. So because we totally believe that if we give them the best today to these kids, we will get the best from them tomorrow. So the second program that we have, we call them Autoclocks Dreamers. These are entrepreneurs already with some ideas that they are trying to they need skills to have this opportunity and grow their businesses. So we offer them assessments so they could know how to run their businesses. We're also aware that when they start entrepreneurship, they don't know exactly which way to take. So we want to make sure they understand the meaning of entrepreneur by need and entrepreneur by opportunity. Normally, we see that in developed economies is you're doing entrepreneurship by opportunity, while in less developing countries, it is entrepreneurship by need, which is this type of businesses where the entrepreneur is trying to set it up fast for getting fast money, but they don't have a model to scalate their businesses. So we here at Dreams Hub in Equatorial Guinea, we are trying to approach all the stakeholders at this stage, our cooperatives, organizations, academic institutions, universities, investors, that they need to understand what the importance of a good idea and that they have to put money into. So that's as I was saying right at the beginning, we are a pioneer hub in Equatorial Guinea. Well, there might be one or two more, but we're still learning from other hubs as well. Smota says, I wouldn't call it copy paste. I would say more like adopt and adapt to our situation here. So these are the contribution I could bring into this question. Thank you.
Great, thank you very much for that, Oscar. Dr. Nelly, over to you. There's one of the audiences had a question. They were asking about what's the nexus between innovation and education. And since you are a doctor with a PhD, like what would you say is the nexus between innovation and education? And then after that question, in regards to young people, innovation, entrepreneurship concept, do you have a lot of young people interested in the programs that you're offering at Impact Hub? And what would you say is the selling point of Impact Hub Sudan?
Okay, generally nowadays you cannot separate education from innovation because it's also some problems related to our environment here in Sudan, which is related to SDGs. So we make an open call for applications to give an idea about how we can tackle this problem. So our criteria for selection depends mainly on how much innovative this idea is. So here is the competition. How much you give innovation to your idea so it could be a sustainable, viable solution to the problem that you are tackling. So this for the first question. I hope this is the answer. And for the second question, here in Sudan, as we are a growing company, they are looking for innovations more than we give a competition in this area, so we find magnificent ideas and magnificent innovations in all the problems we are tackling. They are very welcoming to the innovation stages we are providing, and also we help them by growing their ideas and the innovative ideas by all the help they need. Even in law, even in business, in technical, sometimes they need some help in their technical aspects to provide these solutions. So we don't just ask for a ready-made idea, we're just asking for an innovative idea, and then we in Impact Hub, we start nourishing these ideas and helping them and growing up with them till they give a sustainable solution by the help of Impact Hub first of all.
Great. And so you don't only work with startups, right? You work with youth, because a lot of the times, I mean, a startup can be made up of a team of 2 or 3, but if there's just a young person who's looking for a job opportunity and just is open and just wants to see, is there ways, do you have any programs you really integrate, like just youth in general who probably don't have a business concept yet, but have potential in teaming up in a way?
We work on business ideas, but if somebody needs some help in job opportunities, of course we have a wide network in all the entities around us in Sudan. We can help in this also. But generally, our core business is on business ideas. So we help them growing up with this, that they have their own business to work. We help them to be entrepreneurs by their ideas. That we help in this.
Great, thank you. And I think there was one more question for you, actually, Dr. Nelly. I think someone was asking if someone from opportunities that you guys offer. I'm not sure if you
read it, but I didn't get it.
I know. I think that there's someone who, yeah, I think it's Kamr Mubarak was asking. I guess the question would be, can other people from different countries in Africa also access the opportunities Impact Hub Sudan offers, or is it only focused on Sudan?
We mainly work on startups in Sudan, but we have some programs that we work integrately with other countries from Impact Hub also. So this would be a good connection between all countries together, including Sudan.
Thank you very much, Dr. Kelly. We are running a bit over, so I'm going to give everyone else an opportunity to kind of speak and just say anything else that's on your mind. So yeah, Omar, Amrani, maybe you can also kind of just elaborate. Do the programs that you provide only focus on, I guess, yeah, you did say it's accelerating, but do you have any concept or programs that focus just on youth in general, just promoting youth digital skills building at all? And moreover, what's something that you could say Last Startup Factory really offers to young people or just startups in general in Morocco? Or any final words that you'd like to share? Feel free to have the floor.
Okay, thank you. Yeah, I can say 2 things. The first is we challenge. We really want to the startups to have a mindset adapted to the user or to the customer, but because often the startups fall in love with their solution, with their concept, and they think that they will change the world, but we confront them to the market very, very early. So their MVP, if they can change it and adapt it to the market, they are good entrepreneur. They can develop their business. But so we try to coach them really on the soft skills to be able to adapt, to change their business model, to change something in their solution, so that there's the market fit and the possibility of scale. This is very important. And how we do that? By connecting them to the corporates who can give them the purchase order for the MVP, and then they iterate with them and maybe scale with them. And those who have a B2C solution, we try to connect them with business angel, since they have a little bit of traction and they have a visibility on the vision they want to be in 3 years. Then the business angel can offer them the senior coaching to be able to do the B2C development, because of course, as you know, the B2C is really challenging, especially in Morocco, because you have to do a lot of marketing to address your solution. That's not, of course, the same of B2B, because B2B it's less demanding in funds. So yeah, this is how we have a very pragmatic approach. You can adapt, you have the mindset to adapt. We offer you all the support, but if you are not able to do that, of course there won't be any success. So we really try to focus on the soft skill department, because the entrepreneurship culture and mindset is not something that is common here in Morocco. So when someone decides to create his company and try to develop them, often he's alone. He feels you know. So we try to integrate him in the ecosystem, so he has more advice, more finance, and more yeah, support to develop.
Yeah, great. Thank you very much. Just if you can elaborate a bit, you talked about soft skills that you support. What's that? Is that public speaking skills, presentation skills? Yeah, can you just elaborate a bit?
Yeah, it's we have defined some really key soft skills for entrepreneurship here in Morocco. So the first, of course, is the empathy, how to be empathic with the customer, with the user, so the user-centric approach, and also of course how to market, how to talk with confidence about so it's public speaking, how to be convincing in the other, so it's communication skill. And also we partnership with some labelized coaching academies. They are specialized in this, so they can give also some other soft skills advice, like the resilience, the perseverance, etc. So yeah, this is the main soft skill we work on.
Thank you very much, Omar. Oscar, I give you the floor. Is there anything that any last words you'd like to say to wrap up? For instance, you can just kind of elaborate a bit on maybe what you offer for youth, not just startups, as well as what you think of this Grand Africa Initiative platform. What benefit do you see of this platform for young people that we have here?
As we're facing the two more biggest events of the century, the technological revolution and the climate change, I think it's a matter of a paradigm shift. So the faster the society adopts technology, the more solutions we have to satisfy the demand. So, and the faster a territory could be developed. So our challenge here in Equatorial Guinea is the language. We are a Spanish-speaking country. And since we are a Spanish-speaking country, we not only need to catch up with innovation in technology, but we also need to do that in foreign language. So, and there is where I see Dreams Hub as a training and skill provider for the ecosystem to be linking and providing this information management, the constant communication, the partnerships, to identify trends and to create the products. I think everyone should be creating products from the user's experience. That's all.
Thank you very much, Oscar. And finally, Mu'taz, I also give you the floor if you have any last remarks. And I guess you're already, part of this, the AfriLabs network. So what do you also see, what do you think Grand Africa Initiative has to offer for the youth and just promoting innovation and tech entrepreneurship in Africa, in addition to what AfriLabs has to offer?
Sorry, I was unmuted like everybody.
Go ahead, please. Final remarks. We're running a bit over, so just please, if you could keep it brief. But yeah,
okay,
I wanted to give you.
I'm saying, just Guinea is playing a very important role now that this can amplify the networking aspect of Africa. At the end of the day, I think the south to south collaboration is the way to expand the innovation, to expand the support program. So as I mentioned earlier in this discussion, so it's in Africa or not the French Silicon Valley to bring it to Africa, but it's about to create our own model and to bring our own youth to innovate something that respect the local context, that respect the local need, that respect that 80% of innovations in Africa happens in the informal sector, not just the startup ecosystem. So it's really important to understand the local need. It's really important to understand the SMEs need as well, and the look of the look and the mapping of Africa. It's really important for government to understand and for us as well when we design program. To design something that really bridging this informal sector to the economy again. So I would invite, this role is not yet saturated in Africa, and we really need kind of more support in this dimension. Thank you again for this wonderful discussion.
Great. Thank you all very much for this really great interactive session. I think this was really great to see, bringing all these tech hubs, incubators, accelerators, speakers from different, we are all working on similar initiatives and activities. So it's so important for entrepreneurs, those who are in the tech area or more in the informal sector. Please do know that there are a lot of opportunities available for you on the AfriLabs website, or even just Googling online, which incubators or accelerators are in Ghana, Nigeria, Gambia, and just reaching out to these incubators and accelerators, because that's what they're there for. They're there to help and support you really develop your business idea and concept, promote, like for you to have jobs for yourself and just have better well-beings, and also just create opportunities and innovations in your communities. So make sure, there are all these things that are available. Feel free to reach out to any of us. Any opportunities that you really want to be able to access, and we can.
Thank you very much. Zainabo, thank you for moderating that session. You had really more people in your session, but you were able to pull it through. Thank you very much. Thank you, Zainabo Jallo. Thank you, Oscar and Chaso Bekari. Thank you, Dr. Nelly. Moitaz Helmi, thank you. And Omar Amrani, thank you very much for an insightful session.
Our programs seek to achieve sustainable development by igniting the positive energy of the greater segment of Africa's population, the young men and women. Grand Africa Initiative, GAIN, promoting youth empowerment for development. Join us for a greater impact together.